The end zone for a touchback here. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
In the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And certainly, look, you're on the road in drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
27 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And some room to run
Showtime today, baby.
And pick 6 on a Giants touchdown. And we'll see. Because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. He completes it to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Complete to Aaron Jones.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, here's Barkley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's the end of the first quarter.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
It's fourth down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On third down, here's Jones. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And 7 at the 24-yard line.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And some room to maneuver. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton. Lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, Rodgers. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
from just shy of midfield. Rodgers hits his target, the tight end Lewis.
Rodgers.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Throwing Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And the pressure gets to him again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looking deep for Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
At their own 45-yard.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there by the rookie. Points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Giants 28, Packers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want...
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 54 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Kevin King.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A very solid gain of 27. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 43 yards. And the Packers Eagles get a score closer.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Giants 28, Packers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
27-yard line.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
1-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 14.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Aaron Jones.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. It's caught here by Adams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Dexter Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To Aaron Jones.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At their 48-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Funchess. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
For Devontae Adams.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Leonard Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Little choice to the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Jones, the ball carrier.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
Throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who get 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up second down. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
And 7.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And that's complete to Adams. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And one of the whistles for a timeout.
25 yards.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.